everyone. And that's okay. No entertainment don't be goddamn. My cousin for everybody. Why you bring your goddamn blood pressure up for a name? Stay your goddamn lane, not over here. You know, there's something else entertainment to watch somewhere else, and you watch me disturb your own peace. It ain't gonna make sense. No entertainment over me. No, for real. You out here fighting the air, calling me a whole bunch of BTHs in your phone to your phone or your TV screen or whatever the case may be. You know you can change the channel. And change on me. Oh, you saw a piece somewhere else and y'all lying. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I say this respectfully. I truly hope all is well on your end, and I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. It's not. Today is currently May 17th, 2025. Listen, goddammit, my content for everybody, and that's okay. Loving yourself in the crown. When someone says that you don't have potential, don't ever hurt yourself with your own words or give up on you because someone doesn't see the vision that God endured within you. But they sit there and take notes on you. Evidently, you was doing something right when it came to that kitchen at the end of the day. It wasn't hard work. You actually understood, hold on 1 second, God's guidance. When God was leading you to better days, they try to shortchange you your blessings, but God didn't overlook you because you wasn't a rejection. That energy is different. God was just truly protecting you from the enemy. When they try to shortchange you, hold on 1 second, they try to dim you like to get you locked up, put you in the sideboard. They would never understand your vision when it comes to elevation, how you stand before yourself, that they understand confidence. It bothers their sight and day. It be the train of thought for me, how they try to project you to catch your case because they disturb their own peace and matter their pockets that day. It be the train of thought for me when you truly actually go with it and understand that, hold on 1 second, I may not make sense to you, but I still know how to respect my neighbor. No, and the change on me. What the hell is wrong with people? Entertainment purposes only. My content is not for everyone. No, and the change on me. What the hell is wrong with people? No, for real. I never understood this weird ass shit. No, please make it make sense. How you say you not a girls or dudes, but bitch, you the one hiding behind the motherfucking page, you fucking fool. You watching someone every fucking move at the day. Bitch, you're obsessed with the day. We need a restraining order! No, it's a trade over me. I never understood this weird shit. How you say you can't stand somebody freaking guts? I hate your freaking guts. No, it's really straight over me. I never understood this. You took out of your time and day to make a fake page to watch somebody that you can't even fucking stand, let alone like. No, as a change, I can't stand that bitch. I'm like, why you watching her for? Why you bothering your own mental health? Oh, you bring your own blood pressure up, you weird ass bitch. No, it's really straight on me. I never understood this weird ass shit. How a chick would sit there and say, or a dude would say, hey, I'm not a girls. I'm not a dudes. You fucking fooled the fuck out of the innocent people at the day, you weird ass bitch. No, for real. It don't matter about your motherfucking tax bracket at the end of the day, how these bitches come at the end of the day. No, for real. You're a copycat. But you the one hacking somebody's device, you weird ass bitch. You the one ganging up with people in different fucking communities, then they go up against one person, bitch, that you don't like. And they was never in competition with you. What we was competing for anyway? It's the truth over me. Because you cannot compete with somebody when you loving yourself. I never understood that weird shit. And then you got the motherfucking nerve to project sperm on somebody. And then hack they device you weird ass bitch. It's the truth over me. Your fucking low ass IQ score. You know, I understand that you don't understand common sense. So I gotta break it down to you. You act your shoe size, not your body weight, bitch. It's a trade off and you weird ass bitch. I don't give a fuck if you know how to fight or not. It's a trade off for me. But you know when God sees somebody doing some bullshit to his children today, bitch, you gotta understand. Stay in your fucking line. Stay in your line. No, for real. You trying to stop somebody from elevating. So you gotta lie on somebody because of the fact that you're that miserable. Where for answer? We didn't hear shit. It's a trade over me. I gotta go. How this type of stuff actually happens. How chicks and dudes gather up in groups at the end of the day to brag about someone they want to kick down, discourage at the end of the day. They truly don't want them to elevate. Because someone actually understood self-control. Someone that had to get out of pocket to lose control. Someone that you didn't relate to is understanding your own mental health. It'd be the train of thought for me. How you kick someone down because they understood their vision. How you kick someone down because they actually believe they faith. Something that you can relate to how God was truly real that day. And how Heavenly Mother, Father, God, they never removed their hands off that child of God that day. And not one lie was told. How this type of stuff actually happens. It doesn't matter what tax bracket you're in. How when someone eyesight is jealousy, hate, and envy, and it runs through their vein. We all don't operate the same at the end of the day. So a damn sure wasn't an even exchange. But I still knew how to respect my neighbor. Days when you couldn't even see. Let alone love yourself, to better yourself when it comes to your mental health. How you shortchange yourself for your own blessing. Running around talking about you somebody at the end of the day. Talking about you the child of God. Hold on one second. If you actually truly healing at the end of the day, you wouldn't have that misunderstanding with yourself. You would actually truly heal. No, ain't a trick on you. What the hell is wrong with people? How you wanted someone to starve. So you had to shortchange them when it come in their pockets. You try to badmouth someone behind closed doors. Hold on one second, but you said that person was a nobody. They said, you at Kenya Corner, you a nobody. They said, you at Kenya Corner, you a nobody. Shut the fuck up, you BITCH, nobody gonna believe you. Then you have to gather up this mother, that father, that chick, this dude at the end of the day because they going through a situation. And they don't understand the even exchange, having common sense to think for themselves, to actually be a leader. They'd rather be a follower. To take your little couple of dollars, the end, the only reason they shortchange themselves when it comes to their own mental health. Or because you wanted to kick someone down and see them frown, bent out of shape when they wasn't trying to catch a case. I see what you did to the last person at the end that truly had potential. I heard you talk about their free will when it comes to their eyesight, when it comes to their vision, their pockets, and all types of shit at the end of the day. Let alone, hold on one second, you didn't want them to talk another day? How these chicks and dudes really be out here moving like that? Or because someone truly got potential. It be the train of thought for me. You swear you talking about me at the end of the day. That's what you said. You said you talking about me. You swear you was talking about me. But that was truly a mistake. Because I ain't going to stop being me. No, it ain't the train of thought for me, goddammit. I never understood this shit. You know what this internet shit is, mad ass, backwards, and weird. Whoever's behind this shit, y'all need to fix and control, do something different at the end of the day. It should be not a crime when someone comments on someone's post or someone's video. If you want something to be private, you need to make it to your people only. It should be no reason why someone's being gang stalked behind this bullshit. It should be no reason why someone is being accepted their free will because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. It didn't matter their tax bracket at the end of the day, or because someone acknowledged their neighbor that, hold on one second, that post was actually funny. And then you sitting there saying nothing was funny at the end of the day, so why the fuck would you put it up? It'd be the train of thought for me. When the innocent person didn't have to get physical. Imagine putting a post up or whatever the case may be, right? You put a post up and you got engagement. All right, you liking your little engagement in your comment section or whatever the case may be. Everybody's being very respectful. Y'all laughing in the comment section or whatever the case may be. Like the community's supposed to do. Engage. That's what it's supposed to do, right? When you have the comment section open to the public. Make it make sense. Only for it to be someone with lack of confidence to have it open to the public. Only for them to hold on one second. Nah, bitch, you competition. I gotta make sure I shortchange you when it comes to your sighting day. Fuck you. That's how you felt that day. And then you try to blackmail me right to left. It be the train of thought for me. I'm tired of being nice. At the end of the day, I still ain't say your fucking name. It be the train of thought for me. How chicks and dudes swear you talk about like a bad habit, but goddamn, a lot of these chicks and dudes truly be feeling like that. They look at you like a competition. They won't even acknowledge or actually put respect on your name. You know, like sharing your post or saying hello. They be like, damn, this bitch doing too much. But what happened to other folks? It be the train of thought for me. You ain't gotta know somebody to respect your neighbor at the end of the day. How your vocabulary so assward backwards at the end of the day. Didn't matter your household. And I say that respectfully, because folks with one or two parents in the household at the end of the day, everybody truly didn't come out ugly. It be the train of thought for me mentally. My content ain't for everybody, and that's okay. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? It was never about my pride, I knew how to respect my neighbor. It was never about my pride, I knew how to respect my neighbor. It was never about my pride, I knew how to respect my neighbor. Damn, I ain't know you was gonna sneak diss me to disrespect me. The gang stalking was real, only for me to keep it real. You said my dreams can't come true, but I still chose me. You said my dreams can't come true, but I still slept good that night. You wanted me to be homeless. You wanted me to be psyched up my mental health to be crazy so folks could look at me like, hold on 1 second, that bitch is bugging. You wanted me to be mentally disturbed. That's what you said that day. Because I was truly bugging because I actually acknowledged the bitch. No, it take on me how this type of shit be happening. No, it really do. Oh my God. I never wanted to fit in. Because I wanted to be my authentic self when it comes to expressing myself, to better me. The energy is different when you truly authentic. Folks look at you like competition when you was never competing. Always be yourself when it comes to having potential, understanding your faith. They will never understand why God didn't overlook you. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, misunderstanding. Regardless of my sexual orientation, you could disrespect me all day long. But hold on 1 second, God allow me to see my point of view. I was worthy. I understood my upbringing. But what I wasn't trying to do is relapse another day because someone didn't know how to think for themselves, actually love me properly. They act like they were so there for me at the end of the day, but all that bullshit, God saw what they was doing behind closed doors when he tried to suck my free will. And one thing I ain't gotta do is lie. But I understood what I overcame when it came to time and day to love me. I became my biggest cheerleader when they wasn't by my side. They were supposed to protect me, whole alive, they told. But God actually showed me I was really worthy. Understand, hold on 1 second. I wasn't mentally unstable. When someone doesn't see potential within you, never give up on yourself, regardless to who's rooting for you or not. When you're your biggest cheerleader, it's certain vocabularies that folks will never understand why you stand before yourself today. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna understand why you choose you, but God chose you to show up for you. You fall from a head, didn't run through your vein. They would never understand time and day. Hold on 1 second, I am worthy of a campaign. I'm not your genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. When it comes to creativity, it doesn't matter if you're a musician or not. Never allow someone to tell you that you cannot be yourself. And especially when you don't have malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Because it's kind of funny how folks had private conversations behind closed doors talking shit about you. And then as soon as you speak up, you dead ass wrong. Or they had so much side conversations at the end of the day, throwing subliminals and shit. And as soon as you speak up, you dead ass wrong. Why? Why are you wrong for? Never feel wrong for speaking up for yourself when you fall from a snitch. That energy is different. Fall from a hater. That don't live in my vein. And I say that respectfully. I was only moving accordingly. I understand. Hold on 1 second. I was worthy. It's funny how when someone truly sees potential within you, they will paint a picture towards people that don't even know you, not to like you. They will paint a picture and dig up your past to try to humiliate you when everybody has a past. You know, it's a difference when someone like didn't change their life. It's a difference when someone is just talking shit all day long. But when you put that action before itself, it speaks a lot of value. Because action speaks louder than words when you truly heal to go within. In maturity, hold on 1 second, I wasn't acting my shoe size. I was more acting like my body weight when it comes to my mental health. I ain't have to shortchange you. I actually knew how to respect you, but you just wanted it for me. And that's okay. They called me a whole bunch of BLTCHs, this, that, I'm not gay. I don't give a fuck. I know who I am at the end of the day. My past and my reality, something I wasn't running from, was my past reflection. That's what made me today. That energy is different when it comes to gravity. I understood to protect myself. When it comes to my mental health, I wasn't allowing the outside world to discourage me another day. I understood why them tears fell down that day. When I healed the trauma and pain, I was never in competition with my neighbor. I just actually knew how to respect my neighbor and actually was truly praying for the most healthiest way. We all not the same. It's funny how someone would sit there call you slow, stupid, and retarded, and they would say so much negative stuff about you, but would sit there and take notes. If I was so slow, stupid, and retarded, you wouldn't entertain me at all. You actually inspired, but you wouldn't put respect to my name because you humiliate behind closed doors so bad. And never not once did I have to disrespect you. It be the train of thought for me. How this type of stuff happens. You got to be mindful and wise when you listen to certain folks say the word God. Because everybody don't pray the same, but I still know how to respect my neighbor. Folks be having that word, hold on 1 second, but they be having all this hate and animosity. It wasn't an even exchange, because when you understood your lane, hold on 1 second, I understood my potential. I couldn't allow my neighbor to shortchange me because they was truly their own issue. How this type of stuff actually happens. How you got to gather up a group of people in different communities to project spell on somebody, or to gang stalk somebody, or to hack their devices, or try to blackmail them from them being themselves. Or you use them against themselves because you have lack of self-control, because you don't want certain individuals to see this person's light. And my thing is, I never understood this when it comes to this math. How you project spoke on somebody, right? But if it was the opposite way around, you wouldn't be able to walk in your own shoes. You wouldn't be able to know where to start. You wouldn't be able to know how to cope. You wouldn't be able to know who to express yourself to. So why would you want to do it to an innocent person? It's more disgusting to see how men and women with children project this mindset on an innocent person because of jealousy and hate and envy. It's so disgusting. You try to destiny swipe with somebody. You cannot steal someone's destiny. That's their blueprint within them. That's their anointings. You can never take something that's in that child of God, the real divine one, the real chosen one. You cannot. And especially when you're a real chosen one, I don't mean no disrespect, in the real divine one, you don't do stuff for likes and views or clout chasing. When you're saying the word God, when you're actually healing, it's not that someone thinks they're better than somebody. We help our neighbor. We help our neighbor good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. We're not doing it for bragging rights. We're not doing it to fit in. We're not doing it with having hate within us and then to talk about you like a bad habit. And I say that respectfully. But it's kind of funny how God reveals the enemy, let alone the devil, in front of that child of God, that chosen one, the real divine one. And when someone is really going through gang stalking, they won't never wish that on their neighbor, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, because it's really real. It's certain folks that cannot mentally understand how to cope with the next day. Some people wind up second themselves of their own free will. Some people lose a voice. And because they lose a voice, you will never understand them. And there's very few that actually speak up because people are scared. And you can continue to shadow ban me all day long. But one thing I don't live in is fear. And it's so disgusting to see how somebody that you had in your life that you cared about or respected, how when you tell them that you don't want to be part of their life no more, they would sit there and try to have you robbed. They would sit there and try to get your free will. And I don't wish this on nobody at the end of the day. That's like you going to the doctor's office, right? I don't mean no disrespect. And you say, hey, I don't want to come here no more. Now you finding out that your doctor trying to get your free will. Or they trying to at your pockets to manipulate you. And it doesn't matter what description of somebody's duty is in your life. It could be a lawyer. It could be your doctor. It could be a teacher. It could be your loved one that you said that you was your loved one, an associate that you had close and dear to you. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter. It could be a gym teacher. It could be someone at the supermarket. It doesn't matter who it is. It should be no reason why you're saying that you're not going to this establishment no more, that it should be no reason why someone has the mindset of saying, I'm going to have you robbed. I'm going to psych you at your free will. It should be no reason why someone should have that mindset. I don't want to deal with you no more. I'm going to excuse myself. I'm going to, hold on, protect my mental health. Because at the end of the day, I don't have to explain myself why I don't want to deal with you because of your behavior. You know what you're doing, and all you're trying to do is manipulate the situation. Like, people will manipulate the situation, and then they act like they don't know what's going on. But then in the private conversations, when they have with other people, they sit there saying, you slow, stupid, and you retarded. It'd be the train of thought for me. But you know what? When you put something in God's hands, God reveals the enemy, God reveals the devil, and when God protects your mental health, and when God removes you from that situation, they would never understand when they continue to keep trying to go up against you, how God is going to continue to reveal the enemy every single time in different area codes or whatever the case may be, however the day may be. It's funny how you got your next door neighbor, right? Don't matter the area code, telling you every move, telling what you wore today, telling folks in the community trying to size you up to get your free will. Or because you may be more spiritual than somebody. You may be more gifted than somebody. And never not one time that you have to say somebody's name. But people mask falls off. And when God reveals the enemy, let alone the devil, God was protecting you for all the right reasons. And it's so disgusting to see that you don't have to do anything to nobody for them to have this mindset. Because when you live in an environment within communities, you have many and billions and millions of different personalities. And because you have millions of different personalities, you have to cope what's around you. And I say that respectfully. As long as someone is not trying to put their hands on you or hurt themselves, that energy is different. But now I see nowadays what people do is they blackmail a situation and say that someone tried to do this to them, someone tried to do that to them when that never happened. It'd be the train of thought for me. How this type of stuff actually happens because someone has self-control issues and they don't know how to have self-discipline within. So they rather blackmail the innocent person and not allow them to elevate because they see something within somebody. Okay, well, you're walking these streets alone. Ain't nobody gonna believe you anyway. So you know what? I'm gonna have this neighbor, that neighbor, this neighbor, that neighbor, this neighbor, that neighbor. Matter of fact, we got a petition on your ass right now too, so we can make it believable to the court that something is mentally wrong with you. How people really do stuff like this. They have so much time within them when they can actually love themselves instead of gang stalking somebody or finding this cousin, this aunt, uncle, or whatever case may be, to hack somebody's devices in the community. Or that friend or that person or whatever the case may be. Or go get that addict. Go take pictures of this person. Go tell me what they do in every move. How this type of stuff actually happens. It does. It may not be happening in your household, but it's happening in someone else's household that cannot speak up for themselves. That's someone that is living in fear and they're scared and they're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. Because what you consider the typical norm, right, may not be the typical norm to you. Because when someone voices their opinion to someone else, regardless of what environment they're in or what culture or religion or sexual orientation that they are, they expressing themselves to somebody only for them to be blackmailed, to be labeled as something is wrong with them, and they need to be put in a psych board. Imagine telling someone that you're having a bad day, right? Regardless of your mother or father. It doesn't matter who you are. And you express yourself to somebody only to realize you express yourself to the wrong person. Now, because you said that you're having a bad day, you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with this, you're dealing with that. You know, you're a little overwhelmed or whatever the case may be. You know, you missed a meal or two, whatever the case may be. You just need the right people to talk to. And they sit there and say, you know what? I'm going to put you in the psych board now. Matter of fact, I'm going to put you in a holding cell to get you locked up. I didn't sign up for that shit. What the fuck? Hold on 1 second. I swear I did not sign up for that shit. Oh! No, for real. Because that's how you feeling mentally with inside now. Because you went from expressing yourself to somebody when you're supposed to have that safe place with that somebody, and they manipulated you and said, you know what? You have a safe place with me. And because they manipulated you into a situation, now your back is against the wall and nobody's going to believe you. Because you know why? Someone sat there and took notes on you. Someone sat there and asked you dates and time frame and everything that was down to the T, only to use it against you. Is that fair? No, it's not. Because never not one time that you say you was going to hurt yourself or others around you. You know, mothers and fathers, in regards to who you are, you have good days, bad days, and misunderstanding days. And when you vent out to the wrong people, you don't feel as what word I'm looking for. You know when you're talking to somebody and you feel like you're talking to a broken, like it's like you sound like a broken record. And then when you got the right people around you or the right person that actually hears you, acknowledges you, respects you, it's like, dang, that stress, that overwhelming feeling, it went away. Not everybody has that safe place to talk to somebody. It's, you know, what I mean is not to have it thrown back in your face, not to have you be blackmailed as to whatever you experience or whatever you're going through mentally. You could talk to somebody how you feel all day. Not everybody has that safe place to actually vent to somebody. You can vent to somebody all day long, but then you realize who you're talking to. I know how to express myself to your dumb ass. I gotta go. You don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. How this type of stuff actually happens. Or when someone picks and chooses, they take that and use it as blackmail to manipulate situations in your life. Or when you're done being involved with these people, what happens is they take it and air out your dirty laundry to kick you down. They don't use it for good, they use it for bad. And you don't have to disrespect somebody for them to be as this. How this type of stuff actually happens every single day, and I say that respectfully. And one thing I don't do is run from my past. And I say that respectfully. Because gang stalking is really real. It doesn't matter how you met somebody. Because there's a lot of people who get on the internet every single day and try to engage with people. And what I heard was, oh, this person is just looking for friends. What is the community for if somebody's not for you then? If somebody's not for you, you need to make your community tab or your post private for people that you want to engage with. It should be no reason why you're disrespecting someone when they're coming into your live or your community comment section. It should be no reason at all. Someone has acknowledged you, they respect you. And only for you to take that away from that innocent person just to disrespect them? Like, make it make sense at the end of the day. It doesn't make any sense at all. I thought that's what the internet was for, or society was for. It's for engagement. You go outside, you engage with certain communities or whatever the case may be, only to realize everybody and their mom was already talking about you, how you crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded, but nobody ever got the chance to actually get to know you. All they heard was word of mouth. All they heard was he say, she say. They never introduced themselves to you. You don't even know these people's names, but they know so much about you. And the stuff that they know about you at the end of the day is actually bullshit. Because now you got people in your community. Sometimes what happens is word of mouth of some one person. Someone will sit here and try to get your free will because someone lied on you. Someone try to have you robbed because someone lied on you. Someone couldn't take the fact that you told somebody that you didn't want to be in their life anymore. Now all of a sudden, the whole community looking at you like you the problem. And never not one time that they actually get to know you. Or because you may play your music or whatever the case may be. Everybody in the community plays their music when they pick and choose to. But because it's you, they want to bully you. You decided to burn sage. Everybody around the community burns sage. But they pick and choose to say that you stink. It be the train of thought for me. Bitch, you must have called me on my worst day. I'm sorry, not the fuck not, and the train of me, and not gonna admit my shit. I was sweating. Did you not see me? I gotta count. How this type of stuff happens. Assumptions. People rather disrespect their neighbor than to get to know their neighbor. That's why I say every community is truly not for you. Just like this. You get into a domestic dispute with somebody that comes into your household. Someone could leave out of your household and say that you're the aggressive. But never not one time was you the aggressive. It was the other person. So because they left out your household, they was yell loud or whatever the case may be, they manipulated the situation, had people in your community looking at you like you crazy, like you the problem. How this type of stuff actually happens. Now you're known for having a hand problem, which never not one time did you have to get physical with anybody. All you said was get the fuck out. Bye, motherfucker. Have a nice motherfucking day. It be the train of thought for me how this type of stuff actually happens. You know, I'm going to keep it brief. The right community that is truly for you will not hack your devices. We're not gang stalk you. We're not energy harvest off your energy. We're not trying to destiny swipe at you. We're not project spell and toxic towards you. And they will never have hate towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. And I say that respectfully. They would never sit here and try to get you locked up or put you in this sideboard. And especially when you're not trying to hurt yourself or others around you. It's not a crime to express yourself. It's not. It's a trade through for me. I gotta go. It's not. He wasn't hurting nobody. And it's funny how when I just did that, right? Somebody else will do the same thing, right? But people pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they want to discriminate against. It be the train of thought for me. I don't want you to do that with good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. When someone says that you don't have potential, never give up on you. You know, healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. It's not. And if anybody's dealing with real life gang stalking, or anybody hacking their devices, or dealing with someone that you removed out of your life, and they just can't seem to kick the mindset of leaving you alone, but they send other people to attack you, you matter and you are worthy. And I truly pray for your peace. And I say that respectfully. I never understood, even when I'm not even going to say my crash out moments, because in order to have a real crash out moment is to actually know that you did it yourself. And for people to antagonize you and you speak up for yourself, that's not having a crash out moment. People will do the most dumbest shit to you and you will let them just like pass, like have the green light all day long. But as soon as you speak out, now you dead ass wrong. Like, it's so crazy. You know how like when you let somebody do something for so long, like you kept them, you kept letting them slide. Like, all right, keep doing it, keep disrespecting me. You know, like when someone cheats on you in a relationship, like you keep letting them slide. Like you ain't saying nothing, you just keep letting them slide. You keep seeing the fly shit that they doing, but as soon as you speak up, you the bad guy. Shut the fuck up, you a crazy son of a bitch. I can't stand you. And they can't wait to paint you out to be the villain in their story. You ain't have to uppercut them at the end of the day. All you had to do is remove yourself, understand that, hold on 1 second, I wasn't trying to lose me. I had to understand my mental health. I wasn't trying to give myself a heart attack because you didn't know how to respect me. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks would disrespect you right to the left. And you supposed to be bent out of shape when you wasn't trying to catch a case. It'd be the train of thought for me. How the same stuff actually happens. One thing I don't do is run from my past. We would never be the same, and that's okay, but I still know how to respect my name when it came to your pain. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. It's not. Like I said, I'm not begging nobody to like my video. I'm not begging nobody to subscribe because I do not want the devil to enter, and I damn sure don't want the enemy to enter either. Because it's not a space for you. It's not. And especially when you're projecting spell towards me, when you're projecting all this toxic stuff towards me, and all I had to do is just be myself, and I just bother your side. And at the end of the day, when it comes to your verse psychology, one-sided, with your low IQ score, didn't matter your tax bracket. Swear somebody talking about you like a bad habit. At the end, they ain't have to say your name with your gaslighting ass. Huh, she talking about me? Well, I guess I am, motherfucker. Your mask fell off. It's straight off for me. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. Never get discouraged or give up on yourself because someone lacks confidence or someone has self-esteem issues. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. And sometimes when God gives you the proper balance to restore you, the outside world can't tell you how you're showing up for you. Even when they try to blackmail you, do malicious things behind your back, but God's going to always reveal the enemy when you least expect it, let alone the devil. It will never understand your mental health. Yeah, they're going to call you crazy, slow, stupid, retarded, but you wasn't trying to fit in to catch a case. I don't live in fear, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. I knew how to love me, to understand I was truly worthy. It was days when I couldn't see, but I understood my testimony. It started with me when it comes to self-love. When it comes to discipline, they would never understand. Hold on 1 second. You're truly healing, love. You know, when it comes to healing trauma and pain, it's not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. It's not. Don't give up on yourself because they gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. And I say that respectfully. I do not work with anybody when it comes to my creativity, and I never did. Respect's a two-way street. God sees everything. You know, certain individuals say God is not real, but God is really real. If God wasn't real, trust me, I wouldn't be standing before myself today. Strength. I don't think I'm better than nobody, but I never looked at my neighbor like competition because God created a lane for me. And I say that respectfully. You know, healing childhood trauma that went into your adulthood, It's not an overnight process, and can't nobody tell you how to heal. Can't nobody tell you to hurry up your healing process, because it starts with you. And once you remove that mask to truly go within, they will never understand that. Hold on one second. Self-love truly brought you balance, acknowledge your worth. You was never in competition, let alone competing with your neighbor. You had to understand your existence, to truly relate to go within, and understand that you was truly worthy. To look in the mirror, you are beautiful, you are handsome. Okay, they gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey, but you became your biggest cheerleader. Ruined yourself on days when you couldn't see. You almost gave up on you, but God never overlooked you. I'm Naya G, love, respect. When it comes to my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God, I do not worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. Peace and respect, some respect, your neighbor, stop the violence. She might whether don't damn your light go, you neighbor, don't damn your light. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Always be yourself, never dim your light. Always be yourself and don't dim your light. I don't work with no third-party conversations when it comes to my creativity, and I never did. It's okay to be different and unique in your own special way. Authentic, see, hold on one second, and truly put the icing on the cake. They would never understand the flavor. Hold on one second when they try to ruin your reputation. But God truly shows you the vision. That hold on one second, the right folks ain't gonna overlook you. The taste was really good. Ha! Oh Lord, the homo. It changed over me. Because you know why? When God prepares you for a season, for a lifetime, and journeys to come, it's not for you to give up. And I say that respectfully. Because when you have balance in your life, you're being patient. You're understanding that, hold on one second, I may not be showing up how I used to, but I'm tired of hurting myself with my own words, something that I'm willing not to get used to. Meaning, I'm willing to change my mindset. Battling yourself, you said I wasn't going to change. Showing up for yourself became growth over time. Hold on one second, maturity looks different. You're not acting your shoe size, you're acting your body weight. Then matter your tags, brag how you stand before yourself today. Healing, trial, and pain. Hold on one second, who would have knew? Confidence truly look good on you. I'm not hedging on love, respect. Always be yourself. I never gave nobody permission to use my creativity as their own, and I say that respectfully. Regardless if they have me shadow banned or not, my content is not for everyone. It's not. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones with no malicious intentions. I don't hack people devices. I don't play with spoken in a toxic way. I don't gang stalk people. I don't hack people devices. And I don't project spell work or alone try to steal anyone's destiny. And I say that respectfully. And I don't run from my past. I understood why God closed certain doors. I understand self-love can truly last. That balance when it came to self-control, who would have knew I would be standing before myself today, understanding my vision, I was truly worthy. Regardless of understand my mission, I understood that, hold on one second, God was truly still being painted. God was still paying attention. I may get lost in my words someday, but who would have knew that God showed up for me the same way the right people showed up for me that day? You know, because when the right people walk into your life, they don't have hate in their vein. They respect you good day, bad day, and misunderstanding. There was never competition when it comes to elevation. That energy is different. They knew how to stay in their lane, even days when they feel like, hold on one second, I don't want to be bothered today. I still know how to respect my neighbor, to root you on like your biggest cheerleader. Hold on one second. Yes, you are worthy, neighbor. I'm Naya Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. Today is currently May 17th, 2025. I'm closing this video at 8:36 p.m., and I say that respectfully. Peace and respect, say respect your neighbor, stop the violence. Humanity where they don't dim your light. Go you neighbor, don't dim your light. Protect your energy, protect you and your family. Stop the violence and stay out of trouble. I will never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya Genuine Love Respect. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.